Hello everybody, and welcome back to my Let's Play Modded Minecraft Survival series. This is Dino, and in the previous episode we were on the hunt for redstone, which we're going to need as a component piece for some of the crafting recipes that we're going to be applying today. And in the process we also found some other cool stuff. We found oil, I believe, and we also found some diamonds. So that was pretty worthwhile adventure. Um, and some of you might be wondering what I'm doing here at the village and what we're doing. I will go into more detail here in a moment, but basically I'm here because I want to get this clay behind us. Um, I've been on the hunt for clay. I've been needing a lot of clay, and I'll show you why as soon as we get back to our home base. But ran out of clay and went looking for some more, and I've been pretty fortunate to find a bunch of clay just in the surrounding area where we tend to frequent, like our home base and the village and stuff like that. And still ran out of some, which is not uncommon for people that are actually crafting with clay. You usually need a lot of clay to get anything really realistically done. So as I indicated, I ran out, and so would like to collect some more. So let's go ahead and grab what we have here, and basically let me explain what I'm doing. So off camera I decided to go ahead and get a good start on the next building over, which is going to house our Tinker's Construct smeltery, and didn't want to do that necessarily on camera because that's been done a lot of times before. So I thought I would just go ahead and get a good start on it, and then just explain sort of what I've done. And as you would expect, I ran out of materials and figured I would go looking for some more. And I found some over there. This keeps looking like clay to me. Is that clay? No, I think... Oh, it is clay. Okay. I don't know. For some reason, from a distance, it looked just like more sand. So let's go ahead and get this. I thought there was more around here. That's great. Also, it's kind of cool. There's a pretty large coral reef around us. I'm not overly familiar with the purpose of coral. I believe it's part of biomes of plenty, but I don't necessarily know what you do with it, so I have to do some research on that. We got a lot of it back there and all these different colors and stuff, so I'm assuming there's some practicalities to all the different colors that we'll want to figure out. Alright, I got a lot, I believe, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Usually isn't. But I don't need a whole lot more. Yeah, I've got a little over 4 stacks, so we'll just stop there. Hopefully that'll be enough. If not, I'll come back and get some more. And then while we're here in the village area as well, I might as well go ahead and grab the smeltery, which is right there, which is really, really awesome. That way I don't have to build it from scratch, and it looks like a pretty complete one as well. What are you guys doing in there? Don't you know it's dangerous? Apparently they don't. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab this really quick. And then we can move it over near our home base, because that's the building I've been working on, is the building that's going to house this for us. And for lack of a better name, I'm just calling it kind of the Blacksmith Shop right now, but yeah, you creative people out there, if you've got a better idea for it, for the name of what we can call it. We can call it the smeltery too, I guess, but I don't know if that's the most appropriate term. Maybe it is. Let me know. Oh, get out of the way. Why do you guys keep getting on stuff? Okay. Ah, boy. I am just surrounded by villagers. And go ahead and get these floor blocks, because I believe we will need them. And then I think we'll be pretty good. I think we're missing a couple pieces. I don't think it's got the controller. I don't think it's got the drains. Might even not have other stuff. So I'll have to refresh my memory on how to build one of these. It's been a while. But this is going to be the bulk of it, so that's pretty sweet. Because I know it takes an awful lot of work just to get these seared bricks. Okay, excellent. We now have a gaping hole in the village, but they'll live. And let's go ahead and make our way back to our base and sort of pick up where I left off. So I've got the frame done, and it's not bad. You can see it over there. I basically smelted clay into bricks, and then with each individual brick I made these blocks of bricks, which I think is a pretty cool texture for kind of a blacksmith type shop. And then I kind of did a little bit of internet research just to kind of get a feel for what your traditional blacksmith shop looks like. And there's a couple of different designs. In the old days they were obviously made out of wood. I didn't want to necessarily make this one out of wood because this building's made out of wood. I'm sure other buildings will probably be made out of wood as well, most likely. Get in there. So I didn't want to make that one out of wood as well. And, you know, your basic fire pit type constructions tend to be made out of brick, hardened objects that can basically, withstand high temperatures. So this kind of came up to mind, and I thought it was pretty cool, and there's not a whole lot of, at least I'm not overly familiar with all the uses of clay. This is obviously one of the bigger uses of clay, but I thought, this actually looks pretty good. It's a little bit barn-like. But at the same time, it's kind of got a hardened look about it that makes it look like it would withstand high temperatures and fire and stuff like that. So I did use dark oak wood for the roof because, again, most of the structures that I saw were sort of made out of this kind of design, basically a common square building with just kind of an extended roof on top in the center like you see there. So this is sort of what I came up with. Let me know what you think about it. I think it's kind of okay. And then what I decided to do on the inside was make hardened clay the floor. And as you can see, that's where I ran out of clay. So this, if you can imagine, if you've worked with clay, this is an awful lot of clay. I mean, I just was, just on the hunt continually for clay and just digging up every bit of clay I could possibly find. I mean, I doubt that there's any more clay along this entire ocean front, all the way around, all the way over towards the village. I mean, I was just mining up clay like mad, everything I could find. So got enough to obviously make the brick blocks, and then as well as a lot of the roof. So you can imagine this was just a lot of clay. I don't even know how much. I started keeping track and I just lost track because it was just turning out to be extremely time consuming, and I just kind of wanted to make some progress and get this done at this point. So, but I wanted to bring you back and kind of show you what I've done so far, and just kind of, I'd really like to get your ideas, or thoughts on, what you think of this simple design. It is very simple, no doubt about it. But the neat thing about these builds is you can always tweak and improve on them. So I think it's pretty okay for now. And then I also started making my walkways around my buildings to kind of make travel a little bit easier, a little less noisy. And I guess that's really about it. So let's go ahead and, close. Let's go ahead and get the rest of this clay processed so we can finish up the floor. And I always look over there, just, I'm kind of afraid something's going to spawn down here. I don't think anything could, but it's just a reflex now. Okay, so let's go ahead and start smelting a lot of this clay. Let's break it up into two batches. That'll speed it up. And oh, that's kind of weird. I don't know exactly how much I'm going to need. So we'll just start with a bunch and see if that's going to be enough. So let's see. Also, what we wanted to do today is get started on a redstone furnace and a pulverizer to kind of get our ore processing going. So let's kind of refresh our memory on the recipes for those. So redstone furnace. Okay. So redstone furnace is, huh? Redstone furnace requires a redstone furnace? That seems kind of weird. I must be looking at something weird. Well, that seems more normal. Oh, see, I need bricks for this too. I didn't realize that. Okay, so we need silver and endurium gear. Oh, okay. Wow, this is a lot more involved than I thought. Let me come back to that in a moment. Let's get the pulverizer created. Something not quite so involved. See this? Yeah, those are, as far as I can see, those are the same. I just don't understand why that is. Oh, I see. Okay, it's going through the different types, and I don't know that I want resonant. I basically just want basic. Okay, so we want copper gears and a basic one is a tin gear. I think that's just regular glass. So 4 glass, 4 iron, and a tin gear. And the tin gear is just 4 tin around iron. Okay, sounds good. So I'm going to have to, yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to actually smelt up some of these ores. So let me go ahead and take a pause real quick, get all the equipment I'm going to need, all the ingots that we're going to need, and then I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, welcome back. I think I've got all of the materials I'm going to need now to get this all created. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we need again for the redstone furnace. I believe we need a machine frame, clearly, and I believe we're going to need 2, one for the pulverizer and one for this. So we need to make 2 iron gears and an 2 iron gears, pardon me, 10 gears. Looks like it was 4 tin in it and an iron ingot, which I think we have. I don't know why it's showing up as this other gear, but let me see if I've got this correct. Nope, that's not right. I meant tin with an iron gear in the middle. Yep, there we go. See, there's a tin gear. And I think I just said I needed 2 of those, right? So let's go ahead and craft 2. Hope that's right. I guess we'll find out in a second. Okay, basic. I wish there was a way to get to that one real quick. Yep, so 2 tin gears. We need 8 pieces of glass and 8 iron. Okay, great. So there's the 2 tin gears. Oh, I only got 4. Let me And that stuff falls in the ground. I gotta make a better crafting table. One that'll remember the items that are on it. Let's go ahead and up here and get some more glass. Just grab it all. That way I don't have to run back if we need more, which hopefully we won't need more. Okay, so what was that recipe again? Okay. Basic, there we go. And it rearranged my stuff. How nice. Okay. And then that was, I did it again. See, I need 4 more pieces of iron. Darn it. Let's just grab all the iron too. Sheesh. Okay, great. So we got 2 machine frames. Excellent. And then in addition to the machine frames, we needed copper gears. Again, 4 copper around iron. Okay, do I have enough this time? Yep, I needed 2 of those. And that gives us copper gears. Excellent. And then we need a redstone reception coil, and that's gold and 2 pieces of redstone. Very good. Come here. And then 2 red bricks, and that. I think we've got everything we need now, right? Let's go back and try that again with the right shortcut key. And voila. Okay, excellent. So we got a redstone furnace. Now let's look at the pulverizer. Okay, it's sort of the same thing except that it needs a piston and 2 flint instead. Okay, so I need 8 copper, 2 iron. Do I have that? Got the iron, 10. I don't have the copper. I thought I did the copper. I guess not. Sorry about that. Let's. I could have swore. I could have swore I did, but okay. That's 10. Yeah. Missed a step, obviously. Sorry about that. But that'll only take a second. In the meantime, we can craft our piston. Right? I believe that's iron. Oop. There we go. And I think we needed another reception coil. Yep. And I don't have enough of that. Need the gold. And what else? I think that's everything we need except for the copper. That's copper and iron. Okay, just double checking. Very good. Okay, now I think we have everything for this guy too. Right? And voila, yes we do. Awesome. Okay, so we've got our pulverizer, we've got our redstone furnace. Okay, I haven't really given a whole lot of thought as to where to start placing equipment in here, but we'll just put stuff down, get started for now, and improve as we go. Okay, so I'm not overly familiar with this piece of equipment, but let's see what we do here. Augmentations. Smelt things using redstone flux. Problem is how to do that. Well, I'll come back to that in a moment, because in the meantime we have got our hardened clay. So let's get up there and finish up the floor real quick before the sun goes down. How's that sound? And then we can place down the part of the smelter we've got. Awesome. Very good. Okay, so now let's see, where do we want to place the smeltery? So I believe the base needs to be 3 by 3, the flooring. Oh, I set stuff down when I needed to free up space for other crafting materials. I put the smeltery down. So let's go real quick and grab that right here. Let's see our brick. We'll need those first. And then I believe this has got to be enclosed. We'll need room for the controller. I'll take those back out in a moment. We're probably going to want too high. Whoa. Too quick. And then we'll want to take some out for the other pieces. I also want to double check and make sure I've got that right, but I believe I do. So we have a little more room over here so we can put our casting basin there, there, maybe this other side too, maybe the front. Yeah, that's a bigger, it's bigger than I thought it was. We'll just put it in the front for now. You can always rearrange things. I know a lot of people actually put it under, one level down. So I'll look at some different types of designs and figure out what the most optimal one is. So that's pretty much what I wanted to accomplish today. Most of the blacksmith type architectures don't have any windows. I'm not being super realistic here, obviously, and I'm trying to decide if I really want to be realistic. I kind of like windows. I like to be able to see around, but that's an awful lot of window. I also wanted to try slightly different windows. I don't want to use panes because, they've got that texture that kind of blocks your view. when you're actually looking through things. So I thought just to change it up a bit, I would try a different type of glass material, like hardened glass or something. I think that's completely clear, that doesn't have that texture. So I might do that. But again, I'm not sure I want this big a window, so I have to give that a little bit of thought as well. If you have any ideas or opinions on that, please let me know. Um, you know, whether or not it sort of makes more sense to be authentic to some degree, or if this is just fine. Okay, so with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it an episode. And in the next episode, we'll pick up where we left off. I'll start configuring the rest of the material downstairs to start automating some of the processes for ore processing, and also start looking at our storage capability that we're going to need, like Java. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I think it was a little bit slower than I intended it to be. I was hoping to be a little bit more prepared. But at the same time, I also kind of wanted to bring you into what I've been working on and what's been going on. So I hope you liked it. And if you did, please do give a like. And if you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing. That way you'll get notifications for when the episodes are released. And with that said, I'll see you in the next episode.